You're listening to Mr. Save-A-Home, Becoming an Agenteur.
Good afternoon, good people. Welcome yet to another edition of Mr. Save-A-Home, Becoming an Agenteur. I am Navid Moosa. I am your host today and always. You're stuck with me, people. Anyways, so, and if you know me, you know that I like to get into it, A to the SAP. Today, I'm going to give you guys some homework to do. Yes. Here's why. We're not doing anything right now. We're sitting at home because we can't do anything right now. So, no, seriously, listen, I think it's always good to kind of put your skills to the test. And obviously, you don't want to fumble in front of a client, right? So whether you're a new agent or a seasoned agent, you really don't want to discover where your weaknesses are in front of this new client or even a seasoned client, right? So something I recently did with one's an agent. Okay, he's got a license a few months ago. He's not on my team. He's in a different region. And another one is someone who had found me online and reached out to me and said, hey, they're actually a mechanic. I said, I'm a mechanic and I've got some money saved up and I'm really thinking about investing. It's not a problem. Lo and behold, the newbie agent and the mechanic knew each other. Small world. So I kind of teamed them up and I said, listen, here's what I want you guys to do. And so I gave them homework, right? I gave them homework. And what I told them to do was, now neither of these individuals own property. They haven't done pen to paper when it comes to real estate, but they've listened to so many podcasts and watched so many videos. And honestly, if you ask, in my opinion, I've told them this, is I think at least one of them suffers from analysis paralysis, which is basically you have so much data, you don't know where to start with, right? It becomes overwhelming. And I do mention about overfeeding yourself in another podcast, but for all intent and purposes for this one, what I would implore or encourage or like you guys to do, whatever phrase you want to pop in there, is right now, some of us have some time. And with that time, we need to utilize it. So why not give yourself some homework? And here's the assignment I gave these two gentlemen. Is I told them, I said, look, go online. Go online and find a property and act like you bought it. Act like you bought it for the price that it's listed for. And analyze it. Take the data that they've given you at whatever resource you get it from. And I know, okay, between the two of these gentlemen, they've got about a dozen formulas that they could use, but they haven't used any one yet. So for my agent tour and training, I basically told him, okay, buy this one property. He picked it. And now grab one of the many formulas you have access to and plug it in and tell me, is it a deal? Is it a dud? Is it a cash flow? Does it not cash flow? What's the IRR on it? You know, what is your cap rate? What's the cash on cash return? And the other gentleman, the mechanic, who is a entrepreneur and or investor, I told him to use one of his sheets. And let's see what happens. You see, the reason why I would like them to do that is to see from the agent aspect, when you get a client who's an investor, they're going to have their own formulas. But wouldn't it be nice if you could at least look at their formula and kind of understand what those terms mean and where they get the numbers from? Wouldn't it be nice if you're able to have your own little formula that you choose and you can show it to them? Hey, we're all learning, right? So let's see what you're really learning. And this is the best way to put it to the test. Now, if you do it with yourself, if you take the time to do this, you're teaching yourself and you'll also become more comfortable. We can watch all the videos in the world and listen to everything we want, but once you put it to the test, that's how you know, right? So in school, we're always reading, taking quizzes and tests and assessments and final quizzes and midterms and so on and so forth. Well, this is what you're doing, right? You never stop learning. Let's get that straight. But let's make sure we're actually legitimately learning something. Now, no client or no person is going to come to you and say, hey, let's mess around and do this. No, a client comes to you, they got money to spend and they want to make sure that their future is secure, and they're relying on you, Mr. Agenteur, Mrs. Agenteur, Miss Agenteur. They're relying on you to make sure that this is the right agent that I've picked. And so you need to constantly be testing yourself, testing your limits of what you can speak on, what you cannot speak on, and whatever you cannot speak on, learn about it. And if you're an investor, not an agent, what are you really investing in? Are you investing into that agent? Are you investing into yourself? Or are you investing into both? Now, I have my rendition of what that answer is, but I can't speak for you. But I would like you to really think that you're investing in yourself first, and then both second. But again, I can't make that decision for you. Only you can. I don't know what you're watching. Hopefully you're tuning into my podcast to learn from there. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of good data out there. Only you know what you can do for yourself. And I need, and I would like, and I would encourage for you to put that use or put that data that you've absorbed to use. All right, so take some time. Don't be afraid. If you make a mistake on that sheet, you can always erase it or backspace it or delete it or close the spreadsheet out or whatever format it's in. Just go ahead and start doing it. Just get it done. And right now we have that. A lot of us have the time. Just go ahead and get it done. And let's just see what you really know. Let's just see how much you really absorb. Don't be afraid. Share that information with me. Drop me a line, navid@mrsaveahome.com. That's NAVID@mrsaveahome.com. Drop me a line. Hey, this is the property I have. This is the formula that I'm using. What do you think? Here's what I'm coming with. Can you please give me some feedback? I'll definitely work with you. No problem at all. As always, never chase money. Always chase the deal. Do right by the client. Everything else will fall in place. Be safe out there. Take care, people.